Hello, you're probably wondering why the angle is weird and this looks like this has been filmed on a potato. It's because I'm filming on my computer webcam so that I can film some gaming for you today. So I wanted to do another speed build and do it better than last time, like figure out ahead of time what I'm doing, because that last one was a little bit of a learning curve. If you haven't seen it and you want to, you can go ahead and click the card. I was trying to figure out a way to like kind of do a random build or a generated build, and I came across this blog. Okay, I don't have very many stuff packs. And the kits aren't here yet, but I do have the Bust the Dust kit. And because I'm more of a gameplay player and the Bust the Dust thing was like a gameplay kit. The frequency of the dust accumulating is kind of annoying, but I do still kind of like it, especially for things like single parent playthroughs where I want the amount of chores that they have to do to be super realistic. So it gives you like a colour, the style of house, where it needs to be, what the lot traits need to be, your budget, and it'll give you some items you have to include. And I like this, it's fun. But a pink tree house, sometimes these are like almost impossible. Like a pink tree house in Newcrest with the lot trait Island Spirits. So trying to make a tree house in Newcrest, but it has Island Spirits, and it has to include a basketball court. I can't build apartments in Willow Creek. Build an indigo shipping container house in Magnolia Promenade with a lot trait Bracing Breezes for 3 Sims and a budget of 33k. Must include a basement, an attic, and a basketball court. I don't think I'm going to manage an attic, but I think I can do this. I think I know how I would do this. Like, I have an idea in my head. I think I'm going to do this one. So let's get at it. So here we go. You can just see me putting the money on, 33k, and we'll get started. So like I said, I have an idea in my head for what I want this one to look like, so I just kind of made a rectangle that by eye looked about the right proportions to be quite a big shipping container, and then duplicated it and just stacked one on top of the other. I don't have Eco Lifestyle, which was an issue for doing this because Eco Lifestyle is, I think, the pack that has the metal walls. So I used some like colored wood. This house was meant to be indigo as well, and I used some like blue to try and make it a little closer to being indigo, but it's not going to be. And the inside has some like indigo involved. So I left the floor concrete here. You can see me like buying the things that I need so that I don't run out of money, so I know how much money I have. And I forgot I needed a basement. Laying this out was actually easier than I thought it would be. I think that comes with having a decent sized rectangular build. I was surprised at how easy this was to lay out. The bathroom is kind of skinny, but I made it happen. You'll see why that door's there in a hot minute. I wanted to make the bottom and top windows different because I kind of like it when they're like that, and also because I wanted the bottom ones to be floor to ceiling, but I think having floor to ceiling windows in bedrooms always feels a little bit wrong to me. I played with the wallpaper in the kids' room for so long trying to figure out what color I wanted it to be. So I needn't have put a platform on the roof there. I kind of did that to make it a flat roof, but I kind of like it being a platform. As me putting the basketball hoop in because it was a required thing. It said a basketball court, but I feel like just a hoop and the kind of free throw thing. I took netball. I don't know what happens in basketball. I feel like that's enough for it to be a quote unquote court. So you have to excuse me, I have hiccups while I'm recording this voiceover. That TV will not stay. That TV was too expensive. Like I had a lot of, and that computer too. Like I thought that I was gonna have more money than I had, and like I already have like $8 grand left. I mean, everything that or a lot of things that I want in this place are in. I mean, if I could have, I would have maybe had some more toys for the kid, maybe a couple more skill building items, like a chess table. I feel like would have looked good either in the garden or on the little balcony. I probably would have had a shower over bath instead of just a shower, because it would fit in that room pretty easily, but couldn't really afford it. And I wanted the space to look full rather than for everything to be the best that it was. I could have had cheaper appliances downstairs in the kitchen now I think on, but it worked. The house worked, and it was under 33k, so that's what matters. It took a really long time to figure out what was going on with the dresses in those bedrooms. I don't know why. And I'm sure everyone else has noticed that I still haven't done any of the lighting for downstairs. Oh, there I go, doing the downstairs lighting. I agonized over a lot of the lighting for a while. I did want the bigger couch. That's the wrong color though, I will fix that later. See, I kept the same expensive TV because at this point I still had $5,000 left and I was just decorating. Like, I had everything I needed pretty much. Like, I'm just putting down some nice lighting. I do put saucer lighting in a lot of those places, like those tiny saucer lights in a lot of places. Oh, one thing I've realized, I've literally just realized that I didn't do was put a smoke alarm in this build. That bin will also not stay, but those two appliances do, like the nice kitchen appliances. I like putting top cabinets in. That's something I never did until watching Lil Simsy videos, and I was like, yeah, that's actually a really good idea. Like, top cabinets do make it look more finished. I would have liked this outdoor area to be a bit more full. I think if I had the money at the time, I would have put in a chess table, which would have made a lot more sense. I am recording this voiceover off the cuff, by the way. Because I'm actually pre-recording this. I know I said I wouldn't pre-record again, but I have been surprised with a very nice thing, so I will not be able to record and edit a video tomorrow. I don't know if it's like, I don't know how comfortable the people involved in the very nice thing would be with me telling the internet what's happening tomorrow. So just know that I'm gonna have a really nice day tomorrow, and it's gonna make me really happy. Okay, I'm gonna be really happy. So most of this is just me trying to figure out decorations. In a little while, you will see me replace some things. I already just replaced the TV. I wanted some more stuff to go on the walls, but I only have $1,000 left, so I'm like playing around with what looks good. The room was like too symmetrical, and I want something over the TV, but there was nothing really that I could put over the TV. Toilet paper, important. Toothbrushes. I like places to look lived in. This is not what the final laundry room will look like. This is definitely not what the final laundry room will look like, because I got these shelves to fill a space on a wall, and I just thought it would be better to put the washer and dryer down like that. It worked. And then I put some exercise equipment, because it's a Bracing Breezes lot, and then to not have exercise equipment on a lot with Bracing Breezes just seems silly. I mean, you already have the basketball hoop, so that kind of makes sense. And I put some more skill building items in. I put a little easel on that balcony there, and then some more lighting in the master bedroom, and that was pretty much me done other than landscaping. I ended up using debug. Oh, I've just realized that was terrain paint, and I used actual flooring blocks for the gaps that I filled in. Oh, that was very silly. So this is me getting some debug landscaping in. I make the mistake here of not putting down more of those bushes, so then I have to go searching through debug for like 20 minutes to find them. It took me forever to find those bushes again. So yeah, in a game where you don't have a super limited budget, you would use the bush fencing. There's like a fence in the fence menu that looks like a bush that you would use, but there I just used debug bushes, and that meant that the fence isn't functional. So your Sims will walk straight through it. So if anybody downloads this from the gallery, because it is on the gallery, if anyone downloads it, I would fully recommend switching that out so your Sims don't walk directly through those bushes. And it took me ages to like figure out what I wanted the landscaping to look like, but I got there in the end, and I'm actually pretty happy with this house. I think it looks pretty good. I'm watching this now, watching me place those, like alt place those two little planter boxes beside the door, knowing that they're clipping through the wall. Like, I know now that they're clipping through the wall. I did not know then that that's what was happening. Okay, so let's take a final tour. We have the outside here. I tried to make it look like 2 shipping containers stacked on top of each other. I don't know if it does. Landscaping is all debug because money. I have 52 simoleons left. Then out here I've got like a little covered like seating area. I kind of like this little covered over bit in here. And as required, basketball hoop. Now I'm actually counting this as an attic, because if we don't count this as an attic then I have to build another story, and I do not have the money for another story. So we have master bedroom here off of the hallway, which leads out onto this upper balcony here, which I put some skill building items on, somewhere to grow some stuff, and a little bench to sit on and chill. The hall bath, and then this kids room with like some toys and some stuff for them to do. And oh, there is a bookshelf here actually, which might be nice. I possibly should have put one here as well, but then downstairs, oh, that clips. We have the living room here. I kind of like the concrete floor on this. It kind of adds to the vibe, I think, in having like just carpets and then concrete. So we've got our little living room space here, our little dining space, a desk with a computer. That's really important to me to have computers. And we have books here so they can go out here and read. And kitchen area. And I don't hate it. Like for 30-something thousand, I don't think it's a bad house for 3 people. Especially since I had to include a basement. Basement isn't my favorite thing. It's like kind of small. Actually, I probably could have made it smaller and had it be cheaper. Anyway, basement laundry room. I figured that was the best thing to do, and just like I put this down here just to fill space, and also because it's nice to have workout equipment. I'm gonna put it on the gallery. Not that anyone's really gonna want it. It ended up being almost exactly 33,000 simoleons. I don't know how many packs this uses. I'm curious. Let me just open up the gallery. Oh, it does use a lot of packs, but not that many. I think it might use every pack I own. I think it might actually use every single pack I own. Okay, well, I'm sat here and you're looking at the lovely ground floor of my house. I'm gonna draw tomorrow's video, which will be a track list for my EP, which came out a while ago, but I haven't done much promo on this channel for it other than putting it in descriptions. So I'm gonna do a track list, and I hope you enjoy it. So I'll see you tomorrow for that, and happy VEDIM!